Queens and Kings. So here are all the material we're going to use to make this candle holder. Starting here on the right, we're going to use a hot glue gun. We're going to use this pedestal that came off an old candlestick, a Dollar Tree tea light candle holder, glue sticks, bling wrap, some Dollar Tree crystal or gems, whatever you like to call them, a Dollar Tree mirror. We're going to use some spray paint, this Rust-Oleum spray paint that I purchased from Walmart. And I'm going to use these wooden hoops that I purchased from Hobby Lobby. Those are 9 inches. And I'm also going to use a pair of scissors. So this is all the items that we will be using for this DIY. Okay, Queens and Kings, so first we're going to start off with our base. But before we do, I totally forgot to tell you guys about this quick grip that I purchased from Hobby Lobby as well. It was like $7 and change. But of course, I did use my 40% off discount. So what I'm going to do with the pedestal candle that I did spray paint outside off camera, I put some of that quick grip as well as some hot glue. The hot glue to give it an instant hold while the quick grip actually dries, and I'm going to place that on top of the mirror but directly in the center as best as I can. I'm actually eyeballing this, and I'm using the mirror for to give it extra hold or extra base to support the weight of the candle. And then now I'm just basically placing some more of the adhesive glue as well as my hot glue, and I'm going to use Dollar Tree tea light candle holder, place that directly on top of there, but I'm using the mirror to actually help me to eyeball it to place it directly in the center underneath the candle holder. And then we're going to apply some pressure. So now here I'm showing you guys my little rings. I actually did spray paint them also off camera, but I'm showing you guys how I'm going to glue them together when the times do come, because later you won't be able to see it, but I will show you guys again. Now that I have shown you guys that, I'm just going to cut my bling wrap here. I'm going to cut 2 rows off of this bling wrap, and this bling wrap is actually from Totally Dazzle. I had it for about a year now. Honestly, it came in a big roll, so it's very convenient, as you can tell. But anyways, now I'm just going to place some, like I said, cut the bling wrap down, and then I'm going to place hot glue all over the rings, and then we're going to place the bling wrap directly on top of it. And I'm going to do both of the rings like that. And if you guys are wondering, I cut my ring in half with a pair of scissors, the pair of scissors that you guys seen in the intro. But other than that, that's all I did to it, and we're just going to continue doing this step. Okay, Queens and Kings, so this is how the rings look. You don't, at this point here, you can actually stop. You don't have to move on to the next step that I'm about to do, which is basically placing the crystals around each one of the rings. Now, I have done this technique once before when I did my Valentine's Day love tray, basically where I put the bling wrap down, and then I place some hot glue, and then I place the crystal directly on top of it. So that's basically what I'm doing here. I'm using the pointy end of the crystal, not the flat end though. So the bling wrap actually giving me more support and more hold for the pointy end, so it can stand up even better in my opinion. But I skipped at least 2 or 3 rows, inches in between the little notches of the bling wrap, and I place some hot glue down, and then I place the crystal on top of it, and I hold it for a while until it actually dries, or until I feel like that is able enough to stand up on its own, and move on to the next. And like I said once before, I'm just going to continue this all the way around the rings here. Okay, queens and kings, so now we're going to glue our rings to our base. But instead of me gluing both of the rings together at this point, I'm going to glue one at a time. And here I'm basically just trying to figure out where I want to place it, and I'm using the mirror as my guide to help me because I can't see from this angle as well. So the mirror is going to do that part for me. But I'm going to place a nice amount of glue on the inside of the ring and as well as the part there where I cut it at in half. And I'm going to attach it directly up under the bottom of the tea light candle holder. So what I do on one side, I'm going to do it on the opposite side. And y'all, please forgive me for my little anxious fingers and cuticles. I really need to get to the nail shop, but at this moment right now, it's all about this little gorgeous DIY. So we're just going to act like we don't see none of that. So you're just going to hold that in place until it actually dries up, and then we're just going to move on to the second ring. Now here, once again, I'm showing you guys again how I'm placing the bigger ring over the top of the smaller ring. And by I have the diamonds and everything, the bling wrap, I'm basically going to place the hoop in between the two rings. Correction, in between the two diamonds, which that's the part that you guys don't get to see because it was cut off and everything like this. So I'm just going to talk you guys through it. So here, now that I have placed the second ring over the first ring, the part that you're not going to see is basically where I placed the glue in between where the two rings meet at the very top. So after I did that part, I went ahead and glued the bottom parts to the bottom of the tea light candle holder. The same steps that I did for the first ring. Basically place some hot glue in the inside of the ring and at the part where we actually cut it at in half. And I place it directly up under the bottom of the tea light candle holder. And I'm gonna do the opposite as well. Oh my goodness. But anyways, now the part that you're not gonna see on camera is basically where I'm going to glue a nice amount of the bling up under the bottom of the tea light candle holder, all because I'm trying to cover where I place all that glue at, and the mishaps and the little ugliness. So that's the part that you're not going to see as well, just to cover it up. But that's something you can do if you want to. You don't have to do it, but pretty much that's all I did. And now I'm just placing some more glue to actually give it a stronger hold. Again, so basically this is it. This is the way that it turned out, and I totally love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's very unique. It's very glam, which y'all know I am a glamorous girl. Doesn't the title tell you all? But yeah, I love the way that it looks here on my end table, and I think it would be gorgeous on a bookshelf. Definitely a great statement piece, as well as on the coffee table as well. But I hope you queens and kings enjoyed it, because I enjoyed making this gorgeous DIY for you guys. You guys asked for more DIYs, so I am here to give it to you all. I just told you guys to be patient with me. But you don't have to always just use a candle holder, a candle inside here. You could put like a little decorative ball, a little spring ball, whatever, flowers or whatever the case may be that you want to put in it, just to give it a different look each and every day if you decided to do that. But once again, queens and kings, if you guys enjoy, please rate, comment, and subscribe to the castle, as well as turn on your notification bell. And I will talk to you, queens and kings, in the next video. You guys have a blessed day. Bye bye.